gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number.
Hey everybody, it's the Colts. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. He's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run with Mack. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they've put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team, it says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't play for a field goal. I say keep that book open and do it.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Now a toss play. This is Mack. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On the delay, here's Hines. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Come on, fellas.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run with Hines. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Nyheim Hines, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Got some room at the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Third and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one? You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning them down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
This is Hines. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I'm here all day.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett, and a catch made by Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They run again on first down. Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Johnson's got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Come on now, let's go.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Brissett looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Sherrills to return it. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Brissett to throw on 1st. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Brissett, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll have the football but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall, the offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch, and that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he cuts it right into space. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 89 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work. And being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see him able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett, short little throw to Ebron. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Pick, baby. You see it all day. Pick.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by